What's going on, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com and, of course, WCR Nation with Mr. Steven. How are
Yeah.
you, man?
Oh, I'm doing quite well, man. How are you?
Are you just bragging that you got the channel?
Oh man, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about this.
Who sent that to you?
I don't know. Magical creatures.
Man, oh man.
Good
I have to
people.
talk with them.
Good people.
Specifically requested nobody send you that, just so I had something you didn't have, but apparently they didn't listen.
I gotta do it. Gotta have it. I have like the last let's see. I had the last couple of years of it, like the Blue Lightning and then the Blue Viper that he did. Yeah. So
you have to have it if you're part of the cool kid culture. You have to have it.
The Sorbo channels is like window cleaning enthusiasts have to have those channels. Like I still get messages about people trying to pick up like some of the black and green ones from back in the day, like all sorts of stuff. So
yeah. You know what's pretty cool was the limited edition. I want to say red, white, and blue one was a limited edition, and they kept selling it, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, it loses the limited edition part of it, but I mean that was a really cool one. So,
but it's sold so well ever since it's been out.
Yeah. So. No joke. But yeah, so today we're actually talking about turning it off because Mr. Steven himself is actually leaving next week and he's turning it off. So
yes, allegedly. I will be 100% unavailable for anything. It'll be great.
I will bet anybody out there money that he will not be unavailable. I will see him on all of our channels, and he's never ever taken a day off. So I don't think it'll happen.
It's a family thing. Like if you were to be with all of my family, we're all the same way in that we all work hard. My dad was the type of guy to wake up at 3 a.m. and start putting together a proposal or a PowerPoint at the time. And my brother's the type where like goes to the bathroom, has to take his computer with him to work, even in the bathroom. Like we take family trips, we're pretty much just all working. It's sad.
It's weird that you know what your brother does in the bathroom. I find that even...
lived with him for a long time. He was in there for a long time too. So
I get it.
I digress.
Yeah. And you're actually, I heard you're getting married.
Yes. Finally getting married to Alex. She was in a lot of my videos back in 2018, 2019. So many of you, if you've watched my channel, know her. And we did things kind of reverse, bought a house, had a kid, and then now we're, finally getting married, and we're just going on a nice vacation to do it with just a small group of family.
She's a real girl.
Yeah, she's real. Yeah. Not AI. Yep. Yeah, it's great.
Mike, I'll send you that $20. No, but today that's what we're talking about is turning it off. And Mike said that he never turns it off, which is a bull-faced lie because I've seen him fishing more than I've seen him cleaning windows. So I think he turns it off that way. But how do you turn it off so that you don't melt down? That's what we'd like to hear from everybody.
Yeah, I try to keep my weekends to myself as much as possible. I'm not great at it. I do have a hard time separating from work. I've even talked about it in interviews. I had an interview with Nice Job a couple of years ago where I talked about it. And I remember the interviewee being kind of like, well, I don't understand why you're not getting burnt out. And I do get burnt out. So the best things for me to do is sometimes just to turn off my phone. And that's usually the main thing that will allow me to really just kind of forget about work. But honestly, taking a vacation and just getting away from the normal is, to me, the most healthiest thing to get away. And going to the gym is one of my hobbies. Like when I do that, I will just turn off everything, go to the gym, and just kind of enjoy my hour, to myself. What do you do?
Man, I'm the same. Disappear on the weekends. There's no reason that anybody on our end has super emergency on a Saturday at 2 a.m. Because we can't ship anything anyway. So a lot of times a lot of people know that kind of go away, but you have to. I feel like if you live in it too much and your whole world revolves around just being in it and living in it, it gets to be tough to be passionate about it. And that's what burnout is. It's just you lose that, and we all do that. I mean, 5 years into my business, I just took 2 years of just chilling because I just wasn't in my brain. I couldn't get myself motivated. I just couldn't go. And that's what it was. It was burnt out. I did it too much too hard for too long that I kind of got myself there. So
yeah, I've seen it a lot with like even not just like work environment, but also even the people that have done social media, regularly and tried to create like a really, really good schedule. You've been the most consistent like social media person, if you really think about it, for the last when Nation started like 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So you have been the most consistent as far as every single Friday having a Nation episode, where I never set that kind of like standard with that, but then I do it with work where I just, overdo it and sometimes don't know when to push stop. Especially I think we all as window cleaners, especially where we have winter seasons, you get really motivated to go really hard in the spring, and then all of a sudden by July, August, you are totally worn out and you realize, oh my gosh, I still have fall to go. And then
yeah.
that's when your mind gets really tired. And I've seen in other business owners too.
Yeah, and this part of the year, by the way, you guys are watching. A lot of you are watching this live. By the way, tell us in the comments what you do to kind of remove yourself. But it's February, so it's now time where we're getting ramped back up. So your time off should have been kind of last month. You see a lot, kind of 4 weeks between 2 and the end of December and 2 in the beginning of January, kind of being the time where people are like, all right, I'm
Yep.
just like getting my head back. And now you're starting to see a lot of passion, a lot of like purchasing, a lot of like getting that system, getting ready, because it's all starting to get in people's brains. And the people that hustle the hardest have already kind of taken their relaxing time and they're getting back into it now. So you're really
Yeah.
starting to see that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. By the way, a bunch of people that are here right now. Window guys, what's up? Of course, Chris Johnson missed one, and I'm gonna butcher the name. You Gower,
He's from Germany. That's awesome.
you Gower. I said it wrong. Anyway, greetings from Germany. What's going on? Same with you. Love to hear from Germany and hear what you do in your end to kind of not burn yourself out. So
I would think Oktoberfest, but that's just probably us Americans talking.
that's right. They're like Oktoberfest is every month. I don't know what you're talking
I've
about.
actually heard all the locals for Oktoberfest. When that happens, they leave. They get.
Oh,
I
I
have a
bet.
friend that lives over there now, and he's been there for a decade. And he says everybody just like clears out. Like nobody stays for it.
I heard that for people who live in New Orleans, they like leave for
Oh
Mardi
man.
Gras because they're like, it's just going to be awful, and we can rent this out anyway, and
Yeah.
just be gone.
Yeah. Exactly. What's the longest time you have ever taken off to kind of just get away?
Longest time I've ever taken off was 1 week.
Oh, wow.
Fortunately and unfortunately, it's very hard for my dumb ADD brain to get off of a schedule. Like I work best when there's a schedule, and I work best in my area, and I work best like, as soon as I'm like, if I work from home today, it sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much. My stuff's not exactly where it is, and I don't function that way. So taking time off takes 2 or 3 days to get into it. And then I can't go much longer where I start getting antsy to get back into it. But I do think a week's fine. Those little weekend things where it's really just a Saturday and then I end up working Friday and Sunday usually anyway. So that's really kind of where it's the best for me.
Right. I once took off, 3 weeks and went to the Philippines back in 2019. And that was nice. It was fun. I did it in February. And the partner I used to work with, Jim, he would take off for a long time, for many years. He would take off 3 months and go to Costa Rica. And he had a place down there. And I don't know, you hear mini window cleaners sometimes, up north will just take like the whole 3 months and just get
Yeah.
away, or at least do like a part-time job and then spend like a month away. But I would like to, I think that's a really good like kind of goal, to be able to just like separate yourself entirely, kind of have an experience every year of either
Yeah.
backpacking somewhere or doing something like that. I think would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That holiday that they do in other countries is just shocking in the US culture because, like I said, that most of us get kind of a 2 weeks off is kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Some of us get off more, of course, but taking off a big chunk is very rare. That week
Yeah.
is usually pretty long. 2 weeks is almost unheard of, but happens. I know guys that just got back from and it's getting just before their busy season in Australia, and he took 6 weeks, just went to like um Bali or something. Just was like, yeah, we're gonna see what happens. And it's just like 6 weeks off.
But then like you look at it and you think, what other job? There are other jobs you can do this with, but being a business owner of a window cleaning business and being able to do this, there's not many things. So it's such a pro of the business to be able to do that, or a positive of the business to be able to do that, that a lot of people may not think of when they first get into window cleaning, or if they're just an employee. Like becoming an owner and pushing that goal could, really give you some freedom in life too, and not be like a prisoner of your business, like some say. That's
Yeah.
the kind of goal, is to get out of that position.
Yep. Get off that funk.
Yep.
By the way, Joey just said great. He said he took 18 months off one time. He was sentenced.
Dang.
Sentence.
No window
But
cleaning there.
yeah, Mike said he's taking 9 days off with Jacob and Mark Tanner. So,
Oh boy, be careful.
Jacob Tanner must be a relative of Mark. Still Pissed just said, I didn't turn it off for a week. Took a train from Boston to Florida. Or he said he did take it off for a week. The Tower Czar even gifted me some used towels over lunch.
Oh,
Towel
nice.
Czar, Florida.
Oh, is that talking about Mark?
Florida. That'd be Mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go.
Loves those
See?
towels.
It's
Squeegee line
nice though. I know people who have hit the burnout stage, and it just you can get burned out and be like, I need time, and you can get burned out and be like, F all this noise, burn it to the ground, I'm gone. Like, and I don't ever want to hit that point. I know others that have hit that point or been darn close. But yeah,
you're down close. I'd be honest, for me, like doing the whole YouTube thing, I think for the last like couple of years, I've been pretty burnt out, and I think people can see that. I've talked to people about it; it's obvious. And so for me, I've kind of pushing a pause button to want to miss it and to like it again, to want to really do it before I really move forward with like anything else for like a while. I do stuff here and there, but and sometimes you just get tired of doing something you've done for so long. Like you'll hear some people like they clean windows for 8 years, they love it. All of a sudden, man, I kind of what you mentioned earlier, I don't know what happened, but
nothing's exciting. Nothing's exciting anymore. Like if you wake up to you're waiting to die. Like that is the morbidest thing, but you just wake up and you're like, well, I better do this thing because at night I'll relax and go to sleep and do it again. Like at that point, there's no passion. If you have no passion in life, that's where they call it the loss of, or the you just don't want to, like, the loss of, I forget what it's called. Anyway, where they lose the will to live. There you go. Jeez.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's really what it is. It's not depressing as it sounds. It's just like nothing's exciting. What do you have to look forward to? Show me something to look forward to. And I'm looking forward to Steve-O being gone next week because it will definitely increase all my sales. So okay with that. By the way, if you want to call me next week.
Yes.
No, but I do hope you have fun. Like if you're just joining us, Steve-O is getting married to a real person, which is super cool. Congrats. Still very hard to believe, but he's off the market, ladies and some guys. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate it. You gotta relax. You gotta do it, and hopefully you're not going to be on. So
I won't. I will not. I just wanted to say I saw Caleb Cool's comment. I just get depressed during the winter. Wish I could work all year round. I think it's one of those things too. In the winter states, that's just it's like almost a part of it. And I've definitely gone through. I know a lot of people that have gone through it, but just try to find things to do to keep your time occupied, whether it's like friends or family, or even maybe just advertising for your business and trying to get new customers. And Josh and I always talk about it, but like if you haven't built a route and you want to build a route, it's a great time to go around, because a lot of window cleaners who haven't been in it very long will just stop cleaning their route during the winter. And that's a great time to pick up customers. Not that you're stealing work, it's just they're not reliable. So it's a great time to pick up work if you're looking for something to do.
Yeah, exactly. If you are looking to get your brain into it, it's a great time to keep your brain at least active. And you're looking forward to closing those jobs. You're getting excited again. And like we said, it's just something to look forward to. So it'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But cool. If you didn't know, we do this every day live at 2:00 East Coast time. We'll be back again tomorrow with Alex, and tomorrow's Friday. So we're in February. We're one step closer. If anybody wants, send Steve a message, say congrats, and send me video proof. But either way, we'll see you again when you get back. But thanks, guys, for hanging out.
See ya.